In this sacred moment, as you read these words, pause and sense the soft pull that has guided you here. There is a reason your heart whispered for you to stop, a sacred beckoning that transcends mere coincidence. Feel the quiet resonance in your chest, the tingling hush that reminds you of something far greater than any passing thought. Let yourself sink into this instance of connection, as though each breath you take is an act of acceptance, opening the gates of your inner world just enough to let the light in. There is an unseen tapestry woven around you, a subtle design shaped by the stories of your life, your hopes, and your unspoken dreams. In that quiet space between one thought and the next, the angels gather, sentinels of divine love, gently illuminating your path. They have witnessed every step you've taken and every feeling you've buried, waiting for the perfect time to offer you a small nudge, a moment of clarity that blooms like a flower in your awareness. You might feel a wave of warmth spiraling up from your core, or a quiver of expectancy resting just below your ribcage. Think of it as a celestial invitation. You are not here by accident, beloved soul. You have stepped into a season of change, guided by forces that see you more profoundly than you see yourself. The very fact you found these words confirms there is a potent energy swirling around you, preparing to shift your life in ways you may not entirely comprehend yet. But trust that this shift is for your highest good. Honor every facet of yourself right now, from your most shining qualities to the parts you usually hide. There is no shame in acknowledging the raw edges of your being. Instead, let yourself hold them tenderly, as a mother would cradle her child. This is a moment of deliberate unveiling, an invitation to stand at the threshold of your own transformation. Breathe in the possibility that rests at the edges of your consciousness. With each inhalation, you welcome in the sacred, and with each exhalation, you soften any resistance to what is about to be revealed. Let the divine light wash over you now, as though an iridescent waterfall cascades from the cosmos, bathing you in pure, shimmering brilliance. As you relax and feel this radiant energy, imagine it cleansing every layer of your being, from the surface of your skin to the deepest recesses of your heart. Allow each drop of light to dissolve the tensions you carry, the doubts that weigh you down, and the fears that keep you locked in old patterns. You may envision these burdens simply melting away, their heaviness replaced by a bright effervescence that sparkles with hope. Notice, too, how this gentle illumination seems to swirl around your shoulders, tracing every contour, as though searching for hidden secrets. It flows down your arms, enlivening your fingertips, and drifts toward your belly, planting tiny seeds of peaceful assurance deep within. Each pulse of this cosmic current encourages you to release the mental clutter that has echoed for too long in the background of your thoughts. If you sense any tightness or knot of worry, imagine it loosening in the glow, unraveling like a spool of thread until it's so light it simply drifts away. While you sink deeper into this cleansing, be aware of soft murmurs around you. These are the whispers of angels who gather, guardians of your soul's journey, who bring forth a healing presence whenever you are willing to receive. You may sense a tingling near your ears, or a tender warmth behind your eyes, as though someone is gently cupping your face, reminding you that you are infinitely cherished. Let your breath move more slowly now, guided by the music of your own heartbeat. Inhale serenity. Exhale any residual tension, welcoming a moment of genuine inner spaciousness. As the last waves of purification settle into your bones, notice how the atmosphere around you feels lighter, as if the very air crackles with possibilities yet to be realized. You are cleansed. You are ready to listen. Beneath the surface hush, an important message awaits, a key for the next unfolding of your journey. The angels encourage you not to turn away from this subtle shift, but to remain open and willing. For it is within this expanded awareness that a new understanding of yourself and your emotions can begin to unfurl, leading you toward wholeness and renewal. In the silence that follows, imagine a single strand of shimmering light connecting you to the highest realms. This strand pulses gently with each breath you take, acting as an anchor to the divine essence that weaves the universe together. Each time you inhale, you draw in more warmth and clarity. Each time you exhale, you release confusion and old expectations. Trust in this moment, for it is a holy alliance between your soul and the guiding forces that yearn to help you grow. Let your heart remain unguarded, a soft space for grace to take root. And so begins the unveiling of a mystery that has lingered quietly at the edges of your awareness. It may feel like an ancient memory surfacing or a puzzle piece you never realized was missing. The cosmos often speaks in whispers, revealing its secrets to the heart that is willing to hear. Breathe in once more, steady your spirit, and prepare to explore the hidden realms within. Yet, there is a shifting vibration in the air, a stirring that disrupts the stillness you've cultivated. Imagine walking down a dimly lit corridor, uncertain of what lies ahead. The hush is almost tangible, pressing gently against your skin. A sudden flicker of shadow passes just beyond your peripheral vision, leaving you with a curious sense of expectancy. It is as though something is waiting to be discovered, like a sealed letter left on a table for you to open at exactly the right time. With each step forward, the air becomes charged. You may notice a faint ringing in your ears or a soft pulse at the base of your spine. Signs and synchronicities begin to converge. Repeating numbers on the clock, a familiar name echoing through random conversations, dreams that insistently tug at your memory upon waking. These are more than coincidences. They are breadcrumbs left by a compassionate universe, guiding you closer to a threshold of revelation. In the space between heartbeats, you feel the countdown begin. 10, 9, 8. The energy intensifies, a low hum of anticipation. It seeps into your thoughts, colors your dreams, and makes your heart flutter in odd moments of stillness. 7, 6, 5. Something important is coming into focus. A crossroads you must face or an answer you've secretly been longing for. 4, 3, 2. You might find your breath catching slightly, a mix of trepidation and excitement dancing in your chest. 1. Here, at the peak of this tension, you notice that subtle brush of cold air at your shoulder, a fleeting chill that raises the hairs on your skin. It feels oddly intimate, as though it carries a message for you alone. In that moment, time seems to slow. What is this chill? Why does it come now, breaking through the warmth of your newfound peace? The corridor grows quieter, urging you to turn within. This is no ordinary sensation, but a sign of something unresolved. A memory or emotion tucked away, waiting for your acknowledgement. The angels urge you to pay attention to that gentle jolt, for it is the voice of your own soul. It is the clarion call of your unspoken feelings, the hidden landscape of your own shadow. Deep within, you sense a pocket of anger, a smoldering ember that flickers with resentment. Perhaps you've glimpsed it in moments of frustration or felt it simmer in fleeting bursts. You might have brushed it aside, hoping it would disappear on its own. Yet here it is, announcing its presence through that cold, unexpected touch. In the hush that follows this realization, let yourself feel a magnetic pull inward. The light is still there, but now it illuminates a different corner of your heart, one you might have avoided for quite some time. There is power here, locked inside the anger you've buried. But to truly transform, you must be willing to encounter it without judgment. Take a slow, steady breath. You are on the threshold of a profound awakening, and the angels stand beside you, encouraging you to open the sealed door of this hidden chamber within yourself. Indeed, this swirl of energy is not here to harm you. It is here to guide you to the truth of your unacknowledged emotions. The moment you allow yourself to see, to really see, the layers of anger that have built up within, you set foot on a path of liberation. Every human carries a shadow, those aspects of self that seldom see the light of acceptance. This fleeting chill across your shoulder is your invitation to step into the darkness bravely, only to bring forth your own radiant glow. Feel your heartbeat in your ears as the core revelation begins to unfold. That chill you sensed, like a whisper of winter's breath drifting across your skin, arrives to herald the presence of unresolved anger. Perhaps you once dismissed it or told yourself you had moved beyond it. But those swirling emotions, no matter how deeply buried, always find a way to knock on your door when you are ready to listen. In that very instant of noticing, you hold the key to genuine transformation. When the cold touch of recognition appears, pause. Close your eyes. Place your hand upon your heart and take a conscious breath. Allow every nuance of that anger to surface. The tension in your chest, the flicker of agitation in your mind, the heat that might rush unexpectedly through your limbs. Give yourself permission to feel it fully, without any condemnation or self-judgment. You are not wrong or bad for experiencing anger. It simply means you care deeply about something that feels compromised or threatened. Hear the angels murmuring softly, encouraging you to hold this emotion like a small child who cries for attention. Let your compassion cradle that anger and speak to it gently. I see you. I honor you. I am ready to learn from you. In acknowledging anger as a part of your emotional tapestry, you invite its message to come forth. Sometimes, anger signals a boundary that's been crossed, a desire left unrealized, or a wound that has not been tended. By letting anger have a voice, you create a pathway for healing to begin. Here is where the alchemy begins. A vision of a healing flame burning gently in your mind's eye. Imagine this flame glowing in hues of gold and soft pink, radiating warmth without scorching. Place within this flame any resentment, hurt, or frustration you've been carrying. Watch as each thread of anger dissolves into light, transmuting from a heavy knot of emotion into a luminous strand of wisdom. In that act of spiritual transfiguration, you transform energy that once weighed you down into a potent force of insight and clarity. Feel the subtle shift that follows, as though your heart has just exhaled. A sense of relief cascades through your body, dissolving old friction that you may have carried for years. In that release, you find a new equilibrium, a quiet space of harmony that allows you to breathe deeper and love more courageously. This is the essence of true healing, not the absence of challenging emotions, but the gentle acceptance that paves the way for transformation. The angels smile upon you at this stage, for they know how brave you must be to stand at the hearth of your own shadows and offer them warmth instead of rejection. There is no small measure of courage in taking this step, and they applaud you for having the faith to walk this path. Indeed, any friction you felt in relationships or within yourself can begin to soften. You reclaim your power by recognizing that anger, too, holds lessons for your soul's evolution. From the vantage of the angelic realms, your life is a beautiful mosaic of experiences. When you integrate every piece of yourself, even the sharp-edged fragments, your mosaic becomes complete. They see that your anger, once honored and healed, can become a source of wisdom and inner strength, a resource you can draw upon whenever you face injustice or stand in need of clearer boundaries. Trust that this journey, though challenging at times, leads you closer to a state of harmony. Now is the moment for spiritual guidance, as the angels gently step forward to share their perspective. They see anger not as a flaw or a failing, but as an emotional signal urging you to pay attention. It can illuminate where your soul seeks alignment with truth. From their vantage point, there is no condemnation, only compassion. They speak to you through whispers of intuition, guiding you to approach all emotions as teachers. Anger can teach you about your deepest needs, your capacity for transformation, and your longing for wholeness. Take their advice to heart. Become a student of your emotional landscape. When you next sense that chill on your shoulder or notice a sudden rush of irritation, pause and listen. Ask yourself, what does this anger want me to understand? Where have I felt unheard or vulnerable? By asking these questions from a place of openness, you grant your soul permission to respond with clarity. You may find yourself led to journal your thoughts, confide in a trusted friend, or engage in a mindful practice like meditation. Each of these steps offers a safe container for your emotions to flow and be transformed. Finally, receive the angels' sacred instructions. When anger surfaces, imagine that healing flame gently waiting within your heart space. Visualize it placing your anger into this fire, letting it burn with a bright, soothing glow. See how it morphs into pure light, releasing tension and forging a path to deeper understanding. If any aspect of your anger remains, do not despair. Healing can be a process. Return to this flame as often as needed, allowing each layer of resentment to dissolve and each gleaning of wisdom to emerge in its own time. Angels of love and light, we call upon you now to surround this precious soul with your gentle grace. Within this sacred envelope of compassion, grant the courage to face every emotion that arises, anger included. Bathe them in the knowledge that no feeling is too heavy for your divine support. Bestow the peace that comes from knowing they are cherished beyond measure, just as they are. As each ember of unresolved anger reveals itself, guide them to trust in their ability to transform it with the warmth of acceptance. Let the flickers of frustration be transmuted into sparks of wisdom, each glimmer illuminating the path forward. Wrap their heart in celestial protection, easing the burden of judgment or shame, so they might surrender fully to the process of healing. May they find solace in the truth that every emotion, once embraced with love, becomes a stepping stone to wholeness. And so it is, in the name of all that is pure and divine. Nandi. Share your heart with I accept, allowing this blessing of transmutation to flow through you. In doing so, you affirm your readiness to greet every part of yourself, even the fiery flickers of anger, with gentle curiosity and unwavering love. Embrace this moment as a portal to inner harmony, trusting that you possess all you need to turn shadow into light. You are deserving of peace, worthy of understanding, and infinitely capable of transforming even the deepest challenges into profound growth. May this journey guide you toward a radiant new dawn, where every breeze, however chilly, carries the promise of deeper wisdom and boundless grace.